All right, now we got the Browns on the screen. Let's talk about the offensive positions for the Cleveland Browns. Now, let's start with the quarterback room. Now, ESPN is petty as you know what. Matter of fact, I'm going to drag this over here so y'all can see it. We drag this over here so y'all can see it. Hold on. Just show you how petty these folks is. Show you how petty these folks is. Look at the depth chart for the Browns. Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I ain't even get into the semantics of that bull jive, but put you got room for one more. Put that man on the page because he's in the competition. Don't be like that, ESPN. Don't be like that. But I think Joe Flacco's gonna start. Joe Flacco's gonna start or be cut. One of the two. Ain't no in between. He gonna either be the starter or he gonna be cut. And I think eventually somebody else is gonna take that spot. When you look at the wide receiver core, Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Deontay Johnson, and everybody had written Deontay Johnson off, because of what he did with Carolina. Then went to Baltimore, didn't have success. Went to Houston, didn't have success. Baltimore picked him back up, trying to get a compensation pick for him. I don't think it really worked, but hey, may have a little resurgence over there in Cleveland, depending on what the quarterback play looked like. Tight end wise, I like their tight end room. I like Njoku from the U. Harry Fanning is the rookie. I like him as well. Matter of fact, I forgot the rookies. We get the rookies on the back end. And go from there. Looking at the running back room. And if you look on the screen, you see Judkins is listed as a starter. Even though Jerome Ford had a solid year last year. Let's see what Jerome Ford rushed for last year. Rushed for only 565 yards. So there ain't nothing Quinshon Judkins can take over. But I think and I'm going to give you the list of the rookies here in a little bit. But I think Quinshon Judkins is going to be their best rookie. And if you want to know why, it's a video on more Sip2Tally that you'll see why I think Quinshon is going to be their best rookie. And you just get a little tape on him too as well. But also you got Dylan Sampson from Tennessee, rookie as well. And they got Pierre Strong Jr. as another running back in that room. So that's that running back room. And again, once I get finished with the offense, kind of talking about them a little bit, I'll show you the rankings and go from there. Their O-line has really, really, really fallen off a little bit. Really. You got DeJuan Jones, Joel Bitano, Ethan Pokic, Wyatt Teller, and Jack Kunkel. Now, Wyatt Teller's still one of them dudes, so don't get that twisted. They also got Tevin Jenkins, who could be in the mix for one of those spots, and Zach Zentner, who was a rookie rookie this year, that may get some playing time on that front line too. Zach Zentner's from Michigan as well, but their O-line, Teller is still a guy, and they just looking for pieces right now. Again, they got two guys that's gonna fight for snaps up front, and I think that's Tevin Jenkins, who was, if I'm not mistaken, Tevin was the first round pick when he came out. No, he was a second round pick. Picked him at 39. But Tevin was supposed to be one of them dudes when he came out, but it just hadn't worked out for him like that. So let's kind of get into the rankings for the offensive side of the ball for the Cleveland Browns. And Jeudy went over there and had a resurgence. Don't sleep on Jeudy. Jeudy had a real resurgence once he got to Cleveland. All right, the quarterback room. Again, Watson, we know Watson ain't playing. Watson may never play a snap of football again, ever. Kenny Pickett, meh. Joe Flacco, meh. Dylan Gabriel, can't say much. And then the guy that they didn't have listed, Shador. Their quarterback battle is freaking shambles. So whoever starts for them, whether it be Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco, you won't be that long. Whether it's Shador or Dylan, they coming for that spot. Unless y'all come out the gate winning a bunch of games, they going young, probably week 7, 8, or 9. Just so you know that. Unless you come out winning games, Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco, you out of there. Strike 3. Just like, I don't know if y'all saw that umpire that go to dancing when he strike people out. Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett, you out of there. And honestly, what I said about Joe stands. If Joe don't start, Joe's probably cut. I think that's the two end all be alls for Joe. Starting to cut. He ain't gonna sit there and like he said, he ain't gonna be no mentor. He ain't gonna do none of that crap. He just ain't gonna do it. He mess around and he'll go play for the Saints. Joe Flacco will. He'll mess around and go play for the Saints this year. So going to the running back room. I really, really, really like Judkins. Jerome Ford with his 500 yards. But I think Judkins and Samuels going to push forward and P.S. Strong about the door. Eventually, I got them ranked 25. 22nd, Jerry Jeudy, I like. Cedric Tillman in his second year. Okay. Deontay Johnson is the wild card. Thrash from Louisville is whatever. The numbers that speak for itself. 22. Tight end. I like Njoku, but I need him to be more consistent. And part of his inconsistency could be from the quarterback play. But it all goes in together. So Hal Fannon's a rookie, is the backup. Blake Whiteheart, we don't know who that is. 29. Sorry. If Njoku was more consistent and they had a solid player behind him other than a rookie, maybe better than 29, but hey. Oh, I will tell y'all this, and I forgot to say this yesterday. So when I looked at the quarterback room, I looked at the quarterback room as a whole. When I looked at the running backs, I looked at the first 2 running backs and kind of got my number from the first 2 guys. Wide receivers, I looked at your top 3 receivers. Tight end, I looked at your top 2 tight ends. And then O-line, I tried to pick out your potential starters and put those numbers in that way. So if I didn't say that yesterday, but that's kind of where the numbers go coming forward. Let's talk about the defense for the Cleveland Browns for a second. I know I'm getting close to that 10-minute mark, so let's get this going. Defensively, 4-3 team, and they got probably the best defensive end playing football right now, Myles Garrett. A guy that said he didn't want to be there, but then money talks, and you know what walks. And so he's there now. They got him, Malik Collins, Mason Graham, who's the rookie, the 5th pick, or whatever pick he was. I wasn't sold on him during the pre-draft process. I don't know if I'm sold on him now. The most positive thing I can say about Mason Graham is, well, 2 positive things I can say about Mason Graham is he got a motor and he got a dime on his arm. I'll say that. And if you don't know, go look it up. Linebackers. Now, JOK is it may be over with. Derrick Henry may have destroyed JOK's career, but he's out of there. They got Schlesinger, the linebacker. I think he's from UCLA. From UCLA. Meh to me. You got Jordan Hicks, and you also got Bush. So Devin Bush, and we all know what Devin Bush is, but he's, I don't say on the downside of his career. He ain't what he used to be. Devin Bush is what? How old is he? He only 26. Why it seem like Devin Bush older than that?
How old is you? 15. Shit, nigga, you at least 30.
So he ain't on the downside of his career. He just got to keep playing. And he was ranked number 9 linebacker, so yeah, that'd be all right. But JOK was really their guy to me. So Schlesinger got big shoes to fill and going from there. Their cornerbacks. Now, they have had elite cornerbacks to me. They play that cover 1, and they dare you to do anything about it. They got Denzel Ward, Newsome, and Emerson. And they still going to play cover 1 because them 3 guys right there can go get it. Ward, Newsome, and Emerson, they can flat out ball and play some man-to-man defense. Then your safeties, you got Delpit and they say Casey right here, but DeMonte Casey. But I think Ronnie Hickman may start at that spot. But whichever one starts at that spot, Delpit is the better of the 2. And so let's look at the rankings and see how I got the defense as a whole ranked. All right, defensive line edge group 29, because you got probably one of the best guys, but he don't care. The rest of these guys is Bubba. Tell them what they are, Bubba Dub.
That's trash. I'm like, look, man, he ain't got it.
That's why they rank 29. So yes, you got one of the best guys up here, but you need more than just him. Double Garrett, and sometimes doubling don't help. And maybe you can block these other guys and do some other stuff. The strength of their defense is Myles Garrett pushing the pocket and them DBs playing one-on-one. Now, linebackers. At linebacker, I like what they got at linebacker. If for JOK for some reason comes back, they're gonna be pretty good when you factor in all 3 of these guys. Because some teams you got to factor in 2. They play 4-3. Cornerback, as much as I like them playing cover 1, they give up a lot. And if Garrett don't push the pocket, they get beat. So while their defense is effective, it's effective because those front 4 were pushing the pocket. when them, and like I said, as much as I like their cornerbacks, they give it up. They give it up. They're gonna play man. They're gonna be sticky, but they'll give up bombs in a heartbeat. They'll get some PBUs and some stuff here and there, but they'll give it up. They'll give it up in a heartbeat. So I got their cornerbacks at 29, and their safeties. I like Delpit, but Delpit needs a running mate, and so I got them at 20. So for that reason right there, man, that's why I have them as the 31st team on this Sip2Tally Power Rankings. Their total came out to be 23.11111, which was a little bit better than the Panthers at 23. What the Panthers was 23.66667, and so your Cleveland Browns are your number 31 team on the Sip2Tally